You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn connects you with experts from all over the world to help you take charge of your career, your business, and your life. Rap along with us. Visit drjacalyn.com to learn how to become a guest or a sponsor. And now, the doctor is in.
Hello and welcome. We are so happy to have you with us wherever you are joining us in the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are watching Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn presents 529 Club Creatives. I'm your host, executive producer, director, and broadcast engineer. But more importantly is my co-host who is in the house with us today. Let us welcome Debra. Hello, how are you?
Hey, darling, I'm doing good. It's the phone's always going as the as it's sorry, it's madness here today. So yes, and 1 second, you can tell we're at home. We have a princess that's trying to get in, so you may have to go round.
Debra, for those who don't know her, which is hard to believe, but she is a film and TV producer specializing in animation. She is the CEO of the Webra Group Limited, Pinewood Studios, and she's the founder of the 529 Club, and she started that club in 2009. And today is a big day over on Clubhouse. Do tell us what's happening.
Well, can you believe the semi-finals are here? Yes, we have the 529 Club, and Mark Summers presents the semi-finals of the musical theatre contest. So we have the 16, unfortunately one can't make, so 15 semi-finalists, and they will be singing two contrasting songs. So that is going to be absolutely amazing. And we were doing sound checks yesterday, and wow. I think that's the only word I can say is wow. We are going to have we've got such a lot of amazing talent. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. And of course, Jacalyn, you always pop in and vote for your favorites too while we're going, don't you?
You know, I do. I love it. It's such a cool experience when you're actually there and people are performing and, you know, they're expressing how they're feeling, and you know they're from anywhere in the world, as you've mentioned before. As long as you've got a cell phone and you've got the Clubhouse app, you know, you can participate. So it's a great honor to be able to be involved in that process just by being in the audience.
Oh yeah, you know, the audience is so important, and tonight more than ever, because it's the audience that will vote for the contestants that really resonate with them. And it will be the audience vote gets top 6 from the 15 through to the finals next week. So yeah, without you, they're not going to get there.
Debra, I'm wondering, for people who are in the audience, what do you recommend? Should people vote for everyone they like, or should you just... Yes. Okay.
Yes. Vote for everyone you like. You don't vote for everyone just for voting for everyone, but you know, if someone sings and you really enjoy the performance, you should vote for them. You know, because there might be 5 out of the 15 that you really like, and your vote can make the difference between them not going through and going through, because it has literally come down to one vote being the difference between people getting into the semi-finals or not making it to the semi-finals. So every vote counts. And we always say, make sure you keep your hand up till all votes are counted, because some people put the hand up and then put it down, and we see the numbers going up and down. So we do remind people, please make sure you keep your hands up until the final votes are counted.
And you've got such an incredible panel of professionals, esteemed colleagues. And what I do love is that they're giving 2 pieces of feedback. So one thing that's really positive and one thing maybe something to consider and to work on.
Yeah.
So when you're in the audience, what I found is sometimes I'm listening to what the panelists will say, and that's why I might start with my hand up, and then I might put it down based on the one point of something to work on. So what do you feel about that? Should we just go with our heart or go with what the panel says?
Just go with your heart. I think especially now we're in the semi-finals, every single person that's in that semi-final deserves to be there. Every single one of them has got a good voice. The panelists stroke judges might come back and say, oh, maybe you can try this on the vibrato, so on and so forth. But if someone speaks to you when they're singing, we want those hands up so we can count them.
Fantastic. I would love to know and share with our viewers and our listeners any of the feedback. Like, what does the panel say that they're in such a pivotal place to help change people's lives? And I know obviously they do this on a regular basis in different ways, but what's the feedback that the panel's giving about the whole process?
They are enjoying it so much. I don't know, but a lot of the rooms, especially a room like this, which is quite large, we have what we call a back channel. So we have a group chat for everyone that's on stage. And it just goes absolutely ballistic when you get an excellent performance. They're always going, oh, yeah, this was brilliant, voice like an angel, it just goes absolutely berserk, and it is... I have to, because I am producing the show. There's so much for me to concentrate on, and making sure that the hostess has got the information and know who's coming next and has all the information, and we're counting all the votes. So I don't get to look at the back channel until the show's finished. But you can really see how excited those panelists are getting. They're thoroughly enjoying themselves. Like some of them, because of work, I've not managed to get there, until a little bit late, and I've missed some. So yeah, it has. It's been hard work, but then it usually is. But I think everyone is thoroughly enjoying the whole experience. The panelists, the contestants, and most of all, or more importantly, the audience are too.
Absolutely. We don't want it to be over. It's like so much fun. But I just love the fact that everybody who's involved, whether you're on the panel, whether you're performing, auditioning, or whether you're watching and listening, everybody's excited.
Oh, yeah. It's just created such a camaraderie, which we'll get into a bit more when we bring our guest on today. We're already talking of what we can do for the next time that we do this. So, I think our Thursday night contests have proved to be very popular, and we will pick another subject once this one's finished.
Fantastic. That's what I was going to ask you, if there will be a different variety of topics coming forward. So it's to be inclusive for all kinds of performers. That's great. That's great. Exactly. We've got an incredible voiceover artist with us today, don't we?
We certainly do. And Chris was one of our finalists for the voiceover contest, and such a talent. And the great thing about Chris is, he was, through him and the other people that were in the semi-finals, they started the voiceover community. So basically they would get together and practice together and test things out. And now Chris has his own club, but I won't give too much away. I'll let him do some speaking about what he's up to.
Fantastic. And I had the opportunity to interview him. He was on another program that we had, and he performed, and he was just exceptional. So let's bring him back. Chris Woodworth, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Debra. Hey, good to be back. Hi, how are you, Jacalyn?
I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, we were talking a little bit backstage about how great you sound, and just your equipment. You're so professional sounding, in addition to the talent that you have. So equipment does make a difference, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yes. It feels like it's not just the voice you have to learn. It's about how to update your equipment, manage it, and how to, if you don't want to stick anything on the walls, build a blanket for it, like I've done. So, I feel like a big head. I really do.
Yeah, so
Well
basically,
done.
to be a good voiceover person, you have to have a padded cell.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've constantly had to tweak this. Initially, I had this little gap open so I could reach the window, but even that is now closed off with a fleece blanket. So I am boxed in. It's good I'm not claustrophobic, but
I was going to ask you that. Any feelings of anxiety?
no, it's all good. I just stay hydrated and take little breaks every once in a while. But but luckily, I love this. I'm all about this.
Well, and we just love how you perform, and you're so gifted. I would love for you to share with our audience how you got started and when you realized you had this great talent.
Wow. So if I'm going back to even when I was a child, when I actually started randomly doing voices just for fun, naturally just growing up, I was so hooked on movies, TV shows, the classic characters that we grew up with, just movie characters, Disney characters, and I was always kind of fascinated with the way they sounded. It took a number of years to figure out that wow, people are somehow changing their voices, to get that sound. And I still remember going to Florida. It was my first time going to the US. It was with my parents, and we went to Disneyland. They had MGM Studios back then. There was a special presentation about sound and voice, and I got to use this special voice booth with a microphone sticking out of it. It was playing a very old Mickey Mouse cartoon, and it just didn't have Mickey Mouse's voice coming out. It was just the music, and it had the subtitles, which meant that it was expecting you to do Mickey's voice. And I think that was the first time that I just did it out of panic because it just started recording. And my dad, I still remember it to this very day, he was behind me and he started sniggering instantly because it was his first time hearing me do Mickey Mouse. And from there, I just kind of got this, I had this bug, I just had to learn other voices, and I was doing it on and off since then. Um, and even to this day, I've kind of built up a whole range of impressions. I've had some acting experience, and that's like very important. How to say things with purpose, how to move people, how to make people laugh. Um, and yes, I found that my whole focus was to be an animator. I work for a video game studio, but unfortunately, as I'm an animator there, they have these rules not to allow people from within the company to do voice acting, to audition. They have their own union approved actors who are incredible. And so they gave me permission to pursue it outside of the studio. They're very supportive of it. And that's how I came across Clubhouse and Debra, 529 Club, the incredible support and community of people on there, and the Mark Summers Presents 529 Club's voiceover contest. I mean, yeah, I didn't expect it to be that big. It was just incredible, really was. And I've learned so much since then, and I'm now working very hard.
Debra, what were your thoughts when you first heard Chris perform?
Well, actually, I first heard Chris perform in one of our rooms called the 5 to 9 Club Working Lunch. And I'd heard him in the room. And when we decided to organize the contest, I said, Chris, we're organizing this contest. You should enter. So I think it was the day before the contest. Was it, Chris?
Yes, it was. It was literally like late at night. I just finished like speaking in a room, and I was going to leave at some point, but Deborah came in because she saw that I was there, just specially to inform me about it. But literally pulled me aside into our own private room, to tell me about this contest, and I had the imposter syndrome in that moment, just kind of thinking, oh, I wasn't expecting to do something like this, but you know what? I'll put myself forward. I'll give it a go. And I thought it was just like a fun little contest, but I didn't expect it to be like weeks and have all of those judges and all of those audience members and all of those, like very talented people just take part. So I was like, yeah, just completely
Yeah.
freaking out.
You did really well. You went straight through to the semi-finals in week 1, and that's when you started the voiceover rooms. And just to clarify for anyone that doesn't know what Clubhouse is, in Clubhouse you have places called rooms, which are from a hallway, and you have various people that are talking. I did not go grabbing Chris and pulling him into a room on his own. It's basically Clubhouse speak for those that don't know. So, and if you're on Clubhouse, the hallway is propagated by the rooms that the people you follow are in. And that's how I knew Chris was in a certain room and said, I really need to let him know what's going on tomorrow, because I think he might be interested. And not only was he interested, but he went through to the semi-finals and then performed so well, he got through to the finals as well.
Woohoo!
Crazy.
We are going to take a break, and when we come back, will you be performing for us today, Chris?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm so excited about that. That's excellent. All right. We are going to watch one clip. It's a music video, and I'm actually going to put us backstage so it can take up the whole screen, but it's called If Paradise Is, and it's by the Debutante Sisters. So take a look at this, and we'll be right back.
Take me to who needs
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
That was Victoria and Lavinia, the debutante sisters, two sisters from Cardiff. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed that.
Brilliant.
It's just a good feeling, isn't it?
That's really
Very
nice.
summery. Very summery. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
I need
Me
sunlight.
too. Welcome back.
All
You
right.
are still watching 5 to 9 Club Creatives with Debra, and our special guest, Chris Woodworth. In our first segment, Debra was sharing with us what's going on in Clubhouse tonight, the semi-finals, and Chris is now joining us to perform, which we're very excited for our last part of the show. So, Chris, tell us when you're ready and let us know if you want to tee up what it is you're going to be presenting today.
Okay. Well, I think the last time I was on your show, I actually did what I did in the semifinals of the contest. So I thought that I would actually do something a little bit different and showcase a roster of
I really like that. I was hoping it was such an excellent performance. It
Yeah.
got you through to the finals. I loved it. But everything that you do is fantastic. So I'm not going to complain. Well, not too much anyway.
No worries. Well, yeah, I'm not exactly. I'm going to go through just a range of just some of the impressions, the voices that I do, but kind of describing how they work. And yes,
Right.
and we're going to take a little bit of a trip through series and movies.
The stage is yours. Take it away, Chris.
Okay. So my name is Chris Woodworth, and I'm a voice actor from Wigan. And growing up, I've always been hooked on movies and TV shows. And when I kind of think back to them, I think about how unique the voices actually were. And when I think back to old school movies like Back to the Future, I keep remembering Marty McFly just kind of going, "Whoa, wait a minute, Doc! You mean to tell me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?" Doc, he would just kind of come back saying like, "All we need to do is generate 1.21 gigawatts into the flux capacitor." But then we got the Pixar movies, kind of like Monsters Incorporated, the times when Roz would just kind of go, "Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork correctly. Your stunned silence is very reassuring. Well, isn't that nice?" Yeah, speaking of Pixar movies, we would have the Emotions movie about Inside Out, different emotions. Like you would have Sadness, who would just kind of say something like, "Oh yeah, find the fun. I don't know how to do that." But then you would have Anger, who would be high octane, and he would be saying something like, "Congratulations, San Francisco! You've ruined pizza! First the Hawaiians, now you!" But then we could go to like robots. I mean, I'm not talking like Daleks in Doctor Who, when they just kind of say something like, "Exterminate, annihilate, destroy. We are the supreme beings." We could talk about like the cute robot, kind of like, Eva, yeah, he could do those different types of sounds like that, but you could have the Disney characters. It's quite close to Stitch, the little cute alien from Lilo and Stitch, when he would just kind of say like, "Muga mala crystal." And but then you could even go to like something kind of light and friendly, like your pal Mickey, and Mickey would have these go-to lines like, "Ha, shucks." He'd have his little chuckle as well, and they have the trademark things that make them their own. But then, if we kind of go to more of a higher pitch character, one of my favorites is like Elmo, because Elmo's a cute little monster, and Elmo's only 3 years old. But then, if we kind of take it right down nice and low, if you get a low sound, there are different voices you can get out of that. I mean, first of all, you could get like a singer like Louis Armstrong. He could sound like, "We have all the time in the world. Oh, yes." He smiled a lot. When you smile, other people can hear it as well in your voice. But if you alter that, you can get something quite butch and quite alpha, like an ape, like Caesar from Rise of the Planet of the Apes, when he would just kind of adopt that posture and that face, and he could just kind of go,
We did not start this war. Ape does not kill ape.
you would have a lot of breath as well. But then you could have like one of my mentors in voice acting as well that I like to do, which is none other than
Marcellus Shepard, the man with the voice. Yeah, baby.
he has that smoothness about him like that. But then you could even go even deeper and quite airy and bassy and get a Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel character. And you might as well do the duo. Kind of you can't really separate. Like
I am Groot.
Why are you talking like that? They can't understand your language on here.
I am Groot.
Come on, look. Why are you trying to talk to them? You know they can't understand you.
I am Groot.
Watch your language.
and that is me. Thank you.
Oh,
I feel like I just went around the world, came back, went to outer space. That's unbelievable. Woo!
yes.
Incredible.
Very talented. Very
And this is what
talented.
I need water. Water is my best friend right now.
Yes.
To someone who doesn't know anything about, like, I can't do any voices. I just can't understand how you can do so many, one right after another. It's amazing. Seriously, it's a true gift.
Yeah,
have
the
to share-
versatility is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I have to say, in terms of versatility, and changing from one to another, I found over time I started when you grow your confidence, you find that you can actually have conversations, of these characters, and that's something that one or two people have actually pointed out to me, that you don't just do the voice, you seem to actually have conversations with them like they're in the same room, like Elmo is your roommate or something like that. And one of the things I did recently, I just had to share this, I think it was 2 days ago. I was in a clubhouse room where they were going through one at a time, sharing what brings them joy. Each person was sharing with them what made them joyful that very day. And I think they got me to do one or two voices as well because I'm a voice actor. And then the lady after me basically shared with everybody that her daughter was being dropped off at college, and she had bought her daughter lots of things, more than she actually needed. And she described how she was actually kind of crying. She was taking her daughter off to college. Obviously, it's something that parents go through, and it was a really nice thing to share and admit. And what I did, I changed my profile picture to Elmo, and so when she finished, I said, "Oh, sorry, if you could just refresh so you could see my profile picture," and everyone reacted. He says, "Oh, Elmo!" And I literally just said to her, I think her name was Rachel, kind of said,
Rachel, I just want to say that no matter how old your daughter gets, she will always be your baby girl. And it's okay to cry when you feel really, really happy.
and everyone was gushing, and she just really thanked me so much for that, because it was something that she kind of felt like she just needed to hear, and I think maybe it's because in my head I kind of felt like, what would Elmo say to her? Because he's a character that embodies love, and everybody just loves Elmo. So yeah, it was just one of those nice moments, and I've had loads of moments like that. And yeah, voice is incredible.
Well, guess what, Chris? We just love you. So we are so
we
thrilled
do.
that you are here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
you just made my day. And it's just so beautiful to see the kind of talent that you have. And now I know the word is versatility, and the versatility from going from one to the next is just brilliant.
Thank you so much. It's it is just a lot of fun, I have to say. Yeah.
Chris, will you please let our audience know, the people who are watching and listening on the radio, how can they reach out to you and hire you for work? Commercials, voiceovers.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I have obviously like different types of social media. I'm very active, like on TikTok and Instagram. I recently changed my Instagram name into Chris Woodworth VO for a voiceover. So it's all one word, Chris Woodworth VO. You can find me on TikTok under MagiChris as well. And yes, so basically, even if you just go to my Instagram, you will find one link that just has all of my social media and even LinkedIn, email address, anything you just need to know. And yeah, you can just kind of contact me through there. You can find out little even voice challenges as I do and post regularly, and acting challenges. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
Chris, one more thing. Can you please let our audience know what are the types of projects that you're available to help them with?
Okay, type of projects. Well, I'm available to do. I mean, characters. I mean, I do have the ability to create characters rather than just impersonating. So I work under direction, whatever kind of voice you need. Different ages, maybe from like teenager to elderly. I can do. I'm available for narrations and commercials, and even like children's books, audio reads, things like that. And yes, so it's a range, and I am constantly homing in my craft and always learning and improving myself.
Well done, Chris. Well done. Thank you again. We look forward to welcoming you back on this show or another one, and we just wish you continued success.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having me back.
It's our pleasure. We'll see you again soon.
Take care. Debra, you take care as well. Thank you so much for all you've done. Thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome. You paid back the community more than I've ever given it. So thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure whether I'm having technical issues because of the wind or Jacalyn's having technical issues. It keeps cutting in and out, but I think it's more me than you at the moment.
Yeah, you're fine. We can see and hear you fine, I think. Right, Chris?
Okay. Yeah. You sound
yeah.
okay. You sound good.
All right, Chris, thanks again. Take care of yourself.
Oh, good,
Thank
good.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, Chris.
Debra, before we go, please let our audience know how they can get involved this evening in the semifinals over on Clubhouse.
Well, pop along to Clubhouse, join us in the audience, and vote for the people that really make you feel good. If you enjoy the performance, when their hands opening is up, put that hand up and vote. Every single vote counts, because it gets so close to the wire, and it has been sometimes the difference of just one vote of getting through.
And Debra, the time is 8 p.m. this evening. Is that correct?
Yes, it's 8 p.m. in the UK, 3 p.m. on the East Coast, midday on the West Coast. I think I have my social media on the little ticker tape. So if you go to webra.debra or at 5to9.club on Instagram, we have all the links on there, including Facebook as well. So we have it absolutely everywhere. So hopefully you can just click, come and join us in the room and enjoy the performances. It is going to be absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much. And for people on Instagram, you can go over to Weber Debra, and there's the poster right there with all the information. So, all right. Thank you again, and good luck this evening. Woo! It's
Yes.
Elma Shell is
final. So we are going to have an amazing time and talk about next week. On next week's show, it's going to be amazing. We'll talk about the finals and we'll see who our surprise guest is going to be.
I can't wait. All right, I'll see you. I'll be in the audience tonight. I'll see you shortly over there. And thank you again for being here today. And thank you again, Chris. Fabulous guest.
Thanks, Chris, and bye, darling.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. We're excited for this evening. And again, please go over to Debra on Instagram. You can get all the information about the competition, or you can just pop in the hallway on Clubhouse and you'll see it listed there. We've got 3 shows left for today. Coming up is A Better You, lessons from the best coaches, consultants, and trusted advisors. And today we have Ralph Graves Jr., Philip Sykes, Tayuta, and that's it for that show. And then at 4 o'clock, we have It's All About Dating. And of course, these are Eastern Standard Time. Just add 5 hours for British summertime. And we've got Shasta Townsend. And then finally, at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we have another A Better You. And Mariska Dupree is joining us as our expert presenter. We are really excited that our platform continues to grow. I just want to ask you to go ahead, if you're over on YouTube or you have access to YouTube, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Thank you again for your support and for watching, for sharing on social media. It means so much because in the end, what we're doing is we're providing a platform for people to share their stories, for people to share their work, for people to let the world know who they are, what they've been through, where they're going, and how they're helping other people. That's what it's all about. Thank you again. I'll see you shortly for A Better You. Bye-bye.